What's up, WeldTubers family? Have you ever folded an X-ray? Well, tonight I'm going to show you how to fix it. Alright guys, so right here we got a 6-inch Schedule 80 pipe, TIG root, TIG filling cap. As you can see, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good weld. But unfortunately, that wasn't enough because it busted X-ray. We got a little bit of lack of fusion in the root. All right guys, and the lack of fusion, it is right here, as you can see. First things first, when you're gonna dig into the root, dig all the way through the pipe. What you want to do is you want to grind your cap down and flush it out with the grinder. You want to grind it down flat, flush. Okay. After that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place my wheel in the center of it and start grind it. Once I'm about an eighth of an inch deep, I'm gonna be grinding sideways like this, sideways like this, and then like this. And I'm gonna be alternating between this way and this way, just like this way and this way, until I get to my root. One big mistake people do whenever they repair or they dig into it, whether it being from the cap or they dig into the root because they messed up in the root, is they go straight down like this all the way through. Alright guys, I'm digging into it right now, and as you can see, I'm already at the root. And one indication that tells you you're already really close to the root is you start seeing this bluish purplish color right here. That means that metal right here is really thin, so you're about to break through. When you dig into the pipe, you want to dig in like this and then alternate like this. Essentially, this is what I'm doing, like this, and I'm going like this. Interesting story about me and how I learned how to do repairs is I started off in a fabrication shop. It was a fast-paced fabrication shop, and we did a lot of spools there. And when I started off, I used to get a lot of repairs. I used to mess up a lot. I used to get a lot of blow-throughs, lack of fusions in my root. But luckily, next to me there was a real nice welder, and I would always ask him for help. I would run to his booth and I'd be like, hey, I just messed up. And he would just come to my booth, he'll look at my lack of fusion or my blow through, and he'll just grab the grinder, and in less than a minute, in a couple seconds, he would grind it all out and then close it right up. And it took him about a minute to fix my mistake. Something that would have taken me, I would have probably been there for like 30 minutes trying to fix my mistake. It would take him like a minute to fix it. And essentially, I watched him for about 2 weeks. I believe I would call him here and there when I would mess up. And after 2 weeks, after looking at him, I would pay attention. I would always pay attention to when he would fix my mistakes. After 2 weeks, I stopped calling him.
Such a pretty weld.
What a big old hole. It's a shame. Well, some surgery right there for you. Open heart surgery right there for you. I remember when I had to do this a long time ago. I actually fix other people's shit. So I performed my surgery on my pipe. I grinded it all the way to the root. I opened it. And remember guys, you want to always grind sideways. Keep digging in sideways. Don't go straight in, but sideways until it opens up. And when it opens up, then you start feathering each side. You feather over here, then you feather over here. You feather over here, and you feather over here. That way it's essentially the same thing as if you're gonna complete the root. I'm gonna start right here, and I'm gonna end over here. So I feathered right here, I weld over here, and then I'm gonna tie in right here. I'm gonna be using 70S2 wire. This regular carbon steel rod, and my amps that I'm gonna be running this root at, it's gonna be around 110 amps. And keep in mind, this is a 6-inch Schedule 80 pipe. Okay, and And I like to freehand. When I do these repairs, I freehand my root. You can walk it right now in there, but I like to freehand. So essentially what I'm gonna do, I am gonna have a little bit of tungsten stick out so that I reach all the way down there. But I can go right here. Must strike my arc, and I'm gonna go like this. Come on. Alright guys, so I've closed up the root already, and what's left to do is you just gotta fill her up and then cap it. Let's get to it. So right now guys, I did turn up my shrink all the way up to like 195 I believe. So I'm running pretty hot right now. So funny story is, well, if we have beginner welders or people just starting off to weld, if y'all work welding at a fabrication shop, once y'all get really good, your rejection levels are very low or zero. One thing they don't tell you is you get to fix other people's stuff. I mean, you'll be welding one day and your foreman rolls down with a forklift and a pallet full of rejections, and they're not even yours, and he tells you, hey man, can you help me out a little bit? Can you fix these? And well, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, show me the money.
Show me the money, you know. But essentially, I believe every welder needs to learn how to fix mistakes. Every welder needs to learn how to fix mistakes. You become more of an asset to your lead man whenever you know how to fix mistakes. Your lead man relies on you. It also sometimes you can't even get overtime because of it. I remember working at the shop and my lead man coming to me and asking me, hey bro, you want some overtime? This Saturday we're coming in to do to fix rejections or buzz. And I was like, yeah, sure, you know. And that helped me out with a couple more dollars. Show business, baby. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. How to fix a root starting from the cap. I believe this is a very important skill. I believe a welder should have. It actually makes you more of an asset. Everybody's gonna have repairs. Every welder has repairs, you know. But what separates a good welder from an okay welder is that the good welder is gonna be able to fix his own repair and fix other people's repairs. So I hope this helps you a lot, and until next time.